show the floor of it is kind of, it's still got some of the algae stuff dried on now. But it's got a lot of tiny little holes. Let's see, no, those aren't holes. There's some little holes here that have to be patched or at least covered. I'm using Flex glue. And there's another piece to that. Let's see. The other piece is I can use patches to go with it, which is Flex Seal Pool Patch Kit. I'm going to use that for the bigger holes. But in the meantime, this is supposed to last me up to 20 years, they said. I don't know, though. Things kind of want to grow through the bottom, even though it's got like 2 tarps underneath here and a layer of sand. So, well, we'll just see how it goes. Because y'all can watch. I'm cleaning it, the bottom of it, as I patch it. So patching the tiny little holes with the Flex glue. We'll see. You'll see how it holds up once. And for those who say, oh wow, she's got some flabby arms. I got a flabby a lot of stuff because I've lost 200 pounds. And so there's a lot of excess skin. So yes, but that's my badge of honor there. It's not pretty, but it reminds me of where I was. Maybe one day I can get that fixed, but in the meantime, at least I'm enjoying life as a skinny person. So far, I'm not seeing any little holes anymore. I did a bunch down that way yesterday. And as long as the weather holds out and it can stay good and sunny, it should be able to set up pretty good. I'm hoping I'll get a while longer on this swimming pool. It's my therapy. It's what I used when I have arthritis issues. And I like to swim. I try to swim a mile a day during the swimming season. It takes me a while to build up to, about a month to build up to a whole mile. But I'll do laps that equal up to a mile when I'm done. So much easier to move around as a skinny person than it was as a fat person. And the beauty of all that too is now I can buy clothes off the racks. I buy the size small, sometimes medium depending on the cut. But it's nice going from a size 3 and 4X to a size small. The pool's been a lot of good exercise for me too because I burn a lot of calories without sweating. Without getting overheated. Now I see a hole. I'm just going to patch, and that one will probably take a patch to fix rather than just the glue. So I'll show you what I do with that. But a lot of what I'm doing is trying to get this algae stuff off so it doesn't reconstitute and give me more issues again later on. Last summer, I was dealing with, my mother was staying here as she was dying. So family would come in and swim. And there were babies in diapers, and a lot of kids. So there was a lot of peeing in the pool and messing up my chemistry of it. And that summer, it just stayed green. I couldn't do anything because I just couldn't get the balance correct. And then too, I was spending more of my time taking care of my mother as she was dying. So couldn't give the attention to the pool that I usually do. It's usually crystal blue all the time, and I love it. I just hop in the morning, spend about 3 hours, do whatever little cleaning needs to be done. Then I do my laps, and then I relax. Okay, so I've already cut off a piece of the patch. There's a little piece of it right here. And I'm going to patch up a hole. I'll show you the hole. Little tiny thing. There's been several. I think mostly from growth from underneath. But right here is the hole. And I'm fixing to patch it up with that little patch I put right on there. It says to give it about 24 hours. It also says you can patch it while it's wet. And I've done that in the past and it's worked. So, I know that this will work. Probably work even better since it's working in the dry instead of underwater. This is a 4-foot pool deep, 4-foot deep pool. 18 by 4, so it's actually probably 39 inches when it's full. And I've had to patch it with the water in it. It works. Works good. Flex Seal. So Flex Seal, if you want to sponsor us, go for it. I'm a believer in your product. In fact, I used this probably 2 seasons ago, and the patch is still on there, still holding up. We got an air show coming to town this weekend, so you'll be hearing a lot of helicopters and Thunderbirds and Blue Angels and aerobatics. A lot of fun stuff to listen to. I'm down here on the coast in Mississippi, and we have Keesler Air Force Base. So they're doing an air show this weekend that Richard and I will be going to, and we'll video it, have it on our channel. As you can see, there's a lot of work to do at both places all the time. We're getting older, but I'm trying to get a handle on it and make things a little easier as we're getting into our retirement years. We've had some really good sunny days. They've been fairly warm, about up to 80 degrees some days. So as long as we keep having the sunshine and dry, I should be good on this. When it got down to the last inch of it, and I siphoned off as much as I could, I used the wet dry vac to pull the suction on the hose. But once it got down to where the hose could no longer do it, I used the wet dry vac to finish suctioning it out. That worked very well, because then too I could clean out all the stuff that went along with that. Any leaves and dirt and stuff. We have oak trees. I don't really have any trees hanging overhead. Just a little bit of shadow you can see on the video later on. Where there's a tree about 30 feet away. Mostly the oak tree that's behind me up here. It's a good ways away from here, but all those little things that hang down from it gets in the pool and really messes it up. Okay, I'm back. I've got the clean water now, and we're going to get back started on the cleaning of the pool. Little Bubby's here to help. Gonna go back away? You gonna stay here and help me? Which is it gonna be? All right, you stay there. His name is Duke, but we call him Bubby. We have 3, my daughter and I, and Richard has his Chihuahua. And we love them all. They're all our fur babies. Okay, so I'm gonna get started back on cleaning this. Back this up a bit. What? What's the matter? What you barking at? Bubby went away. He'll be back. He must have seen something that grabbed his attention. Well, this is April 2023, South Mississippi. It's been kind of a chilly season this year. Let's see how the summer progresses. It's really neat because Richard and I, he works in my town, does a lot of work here. But we met on Tinder. I was on Tinder for 2 days and he was on it for 2 days, and it just happened to be the 2 days we were on it together. Both of us looking for somebody for a permanent situation, but also somebody just to do things with. My mom had died and I was freed up, retired teacher. And Richard's wife died a year before. So he was on Tinder looking for somebody and I was on Tinder looking for somebody. We met up one afternoon and we've been seeing each other every day since. What's going on? Well, we're finishing up our seventh month together. And it's been great. Had a great experience, relationship. I love him dearly. He seems to love me dearly. I say that. He does love me. I know that. And you can see, he's a good guy. We actually, when we met on Tinder, we met at the coffee shop at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we talked till probably 4, somewhere around there. And I had just happened to start taking ballroom dancing lessons the week before. I didn't have a partner, but I'd always wanted to learn to do the waltz and the foxtrot and some other dances. And as we're sitting talking at the coffee shop, I told him I had that class that evening, invited him to it, and he said he'd go. And we were to meet up there. So I sneaked up there a little bit earlier before he got there, and I paid for his classes. It's the only thing I think I've paid for since we've been together. But anyway, so we started taking ballroom dancing that night. Afterwards, we went out to Chili's to eat. And I knew at that point I fell in love with that man. Lost my breath in the middle of my conversation. It was funny. He looked at me as I was sitting here trying to tell him a story, and I couldn't finish it. And he leaned in and he said, "Is there more to this story?" I said, "When I catch my breath, I'll let you know." So we finished dinner. We went out to eat. We went out to talk about another hour afterwards. So I said we had like 4 dates that day. Coffee shop, dancing, out to eat, then out talking. By date number 3, I was in love with him. And the next night when we saw each other, we were down at the beach. And he said, I think I love you. I let him say it first. And I said, I know I love you. So, it's been perfect ever since. You say, can it be perfect? It's been perfect. So, yep. We do so much the same and same ways, and it's funny some of the things that we do that are the same. But get along very well. I love his siblings. I've only let him meet a couple of mine. We both have the same amount of children, grandchildren the same age. So it's been pretty good. Our kids are pretty close to the same age. My youngest is his oldest's age. So you're getting a lot of background story right here. Hope you like it. He's up in the country today doing his thing. I needed to get down here while it's pretty weather and get my stuff done. So there we are. The birds are lovely today, aren't they? Now I know there's experts out there that can say she's doing things wrong, but it's all I know right now. It's what I know to do. I want and I need my swimming pool. And right now I just can't afford to get another one, so we'll make this one work. It's the thing I use for physical therapy after I had knee reconstructed. And after the insurance paid what they would of physical therapy, I found it easier, or less expensive anyway, to swim. And plus I was quite a bit heavier, so the swimming was much better on my joints and my bones, on everything. So I like to swim and compete with the Senior Olympics. I do, well, before COVID, I had just signed up and was doing a 100-mile swim. And you get so many months to get it done. Do as much as you can. So it was going to be a fun thing, and then COVID hit, the pool shut down. Of course, everything changed. Pool shut down. I bought me a set. Really got a good deal. I got this at Walmart.com. End of this season was Labor Day weekend, so they had the end of the season clearance plus a Labor Day weekend sale plus free shipping. I got an 18-foot by 4-foot round swimming pool with the pool cover, filter and extra cartridges, the skimmer, the ladder, all kinds of stuff with it. $200. So that's going to be real hard to find and to beat. If I ever can again, I think that was just a blessing. And it was. And I've had it since. So We'll make it work. I'd love one day to either have a metal-sided pool or, better yet, I don't know if it'd be better, an in-ground pool. I know they can have a lot of issues. So, maybe a metal-sided pool one day. Put a deck around it, have it landscaped pretty. That'd be great. So, just come along for the journey and see where we go. I built the outside steps to it 2 seasons ago. Got some treated lumber, built the steps, and then last season we bought some heavy duty steps to come inside, but now we bought them, these steps, I'll show you. These steps, pretty expensive. They hold up to 500 pounds. And I was heavier, and my daughter, she and I bought this house together, she was quite a bit heavier. So I wanted something that could hold a lot of weight. But now we both lost a lot of weight, and we don't need it, and it takes up a lot of space in the swimming area. So I'm going to get rid of those steps and just get a metal ladder thing to put on the inside. On the outside, I still have my other steps. I'll bring those up to the country as well. I almost got 50% of it cleaned and patched. Getting there. May not finish it today, but I'm not in a hurry. Still got about a few more weeks before the water could even get warm enough to swim in. So, but I do want to take advantage of the good weather and the cooler weather, because when summer hits, it hits hard. So our little fur baby you saw, my daughter is raising, well, she has them for pets, but she also wanted to breed Yorkies. And we get them very small. The smallest one, she just finally made 5 pounds at 4 years old. So she's eating healthy. She was eating healthy anyway, but she's finally starting to be able to put on weight. So she and her sister cousin, is a year and a half younger than her. They have the same mamas. They have different daddies. The daddies are brothers. They're the sister cousins. And then she got the little boy 7 months ago. He's 8 months old. A little less than 7 months ago, but anyway, he's 8 months old. And she wants to breed him. Not like a puppy mill, but maybe once a year let them have a litter of puppies for a little while. Okay, so that's it for me for today. I just called Richard and he's not feeling too well, so I'm going to head on home and go take care of my honey up there. You can see this is what I've got done with the pool. These are the steps I'll be selling. I'm sitting on the steps that I made. And next time, join us again. If you like it, be sure to hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, subscribe, and look into our other things down below that we have going on. So hope to see you again and join us next time.